Hey you guys, this is TsubakiSwagg and I'm coming to you with my review of Tokyo Ghoul episode 4. Supper, excuse me. Okay, this anime is so freaking amazing. I have no complaints about this anime except for one, and then the only thing is because for those of you who have read the manga, it changed so much from the manga to the anime. Like, there was so much more, it was so much more graphic and everything in the manga, and then they cut out so much stuff from the manga to the anime. So I have a feeling that a lot more of the more awesome stuff that went on in the manga, because I'm completely caught up with the manga and I plan on doing a review on the new chapter that came out, because they cut out so much stuff in this part that was part of the manga. I have a feeling they're going to do it later on in the future episodes, which really sucks. So, I mean, that's neither here nor there. There's nothing that I can do about that. But I would advise to go read the manga, because the manga is freaking amazing. Oh my goodness. And if you don't want to spoil yourself, I would say that you could like watch the episode and then read the manga, and then just read up to the part that it leaves off at in the manga. So that way you don't have to spoil yourself, and then you can see what was taken out, because the anime and the manga are both freaking amazing. But if you read the manga, then you'll see what I mean. But anyways, this is supposed to be a review. So this episode was pretty awesome, because we finally put a face to Gourmet, who has been terrorizing the 20th ward along with Rize and who else? And well, you'll find out about him later, so I'll leave that one out. But he was terrorizing the 20th ward along with Rize, who was known as the binge-eating ghoul. And Tsukiyama, he is very much so, like, I wouldn't say he's feminine, he's very heterosexual. And he has like the purple hair with the nice clothes, and he's very tall and skinny. He looks like a model, for real, for real. But he is a very very sick and twisted individual, which are those are my kind of people. But in this episode, we get to learn a little bit more about Tsukiyama and his real intentions, because we saw, like, in the last episode, he came into the shop and it picked up where the last one left off at. He noticed Kaneki, because he had never seen him before. He said, "Oh, you're new to the shop, blah blah blah," and he was sniffing him, which all the ghouls seem to want to sniff Kaneki, because he does have a weird scent, because he's both human and ghoul. So, I mean, I guess that comes with the territory, but he was sniffing a little bit too much. So we find out that later on, him and Tsukiyama meet again, and Tsukiyama pretty much tricks Kaneki into like hanging out with him. So he invites him to come to he said it's a place that Rize used to like to go to, or Rize, I'm gonna call her Rize, a place that Rize used to like to go to before she was killed or murdered, as Tori would put it. So turns out that the place that he wanted him to go to was actually the cafe or the restaurant that they cook humans at. And it turns out that Kaneki became the main course, which I said is why I believe you should read the manga, because there was so much that happened before it like jumped to him being set up by himself, because there were actually two other people that were supposed to be there, or that's how it was in the manga. So but this episode is still pretty awesome. You see Kaneki like fighting, and that whole fight scene was a whole lot longer, and it was so freaking awesome. Like, we actually get to see Kaneki do some awesome stuff, which they cut out. So, and they also showed like the blood and, well, not the blood and guts, but you know what I mean. It was more graphic in the manga than it is in the anime, I guess, to be more kid friendly, even though this anime is rated R, I believe. But they show him, well, they show the person who was coming after him, trying to kill him, whose name is Taro. They show him pretty much get taken out by Tsukiyama, because Tsukiyama said that he only wants to eat him. Like, he doesn't want anybody else to eat him, because he didn't know that Kaneki was the one-eyed ghoul that everybody is so like not necessarily up in arms about, but they didn't even know if he was real because they thought that it was an urban legend, and Kaneki became a one-eyed ghoul because he got Rize's organs. So yeah, but Tsukiyama, he is a nutcase, but it's okay though. He's pretty awesome, and things are about to get even more awesome. That's why I said you should read the manga, because the manga is freaking amazing. And then you'll feel my pain when I said that they took so much stuff out of this, like this part in the story that is not even funny, but the episode still came out awesome. So like I said, if you have not watched Tokyo Ghoul, go watch it. It's pretty amazing. But I think, well, I know that things are going to escalate very quickly, and I'm really liking the way that the story is progressing. I like the way the story progresses as a whole in the manga and the anime. So, like I said, if you have not watched it, go watch it. If you have not read it, go read it, because it's just that awesome. But I think I'm going to cut this one a little bit short. So, as always, please remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. And this is TsubakiSwagg saying adios.